Hey guys, what's up? My name is CarsonLee. If you don't know me, I am an author-tuber and booktuber here on YouTube. I'm sure if you're watching this video, then you already know that a couple months ago, there was some drama going on in the Authortube community. People were going against a certain author-tuber, and I'm not really going to talk about that drama except to say that it spawned this new tag, and it's the Authortube Newbie Tag 2.0. Jenna Streety created this wonderful new tag, and I really wanted to do it because this tag is one of the first videos that I made on my YouTube channel when I started about a year ago, even though I've been kind of sporadically on here for about a year. And I wanted to answer the new updated version of the questions and let you guys know a little bit more about me. Question number 1 is, what is your book's pitch? And I read this out loud for you guys if you watched my NaNoWriMo announcement and what I'll be doing for NaNoWriMo, but my book's pitch is essentially: a distant king travels to foreign lands searching for untold knowledge and begins to amass his own forces as the world of kings and kingdoms grows with each new nation. My book is basically about Vikings, a group of Vikings, and specifically a very stoic, emotionally distant king named Hemming, and he travels from Scandinavia and England, which is where he kind of hangs out, where Vikings kind of hung out, and he travels to Spain, Scotland, France, and they also visit what is Poland now, talking to new kings, kind of exploring what other people have in terms of knowledge, in terms of religion, and he begins to grow his own forces when he feels threatened by what is modern kingdoms in more of the Mediterranean, European landscape. Question number 2 is, if you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? And I wrote this down too so that I could tell you it and not stutter over all of my words, just half of them. A 21-year-old college student attempts to balance the real world with all the ones in her head as she navigates applications to graduate school while pursuing her writing dreams. That would be the pitch if I currently were a book, because that's literally all I do right now, is try to write and try to study for the GREs and apply for things and talk to professors about recommendations. It's stressful, but I will get through it. There's only one more year before I either get in or I don't. Those are the only two options. So that is me as a book pitch. Question number 3 is, what do you usually write? And I write mainly historical fiction novels. My first novel is titled Valor, and my second novel is titled Might. I do dabble with a little bit of other things. I do like poetry. I write mostly poetry in a class setting though, not necessarily just for fun on my own, although sometimes I do. I really enjoy writing plays. I haven't written any plays on YouTube yet or talked about writing plays, but it is something I'm really passionate about. I like to write a lot of alternative things. I specifically I'm a sad person. I like to write about sad things. So I wrote a play about Andrea Yates, who is a woman who murdered her 5 children. I wrote a really dark, creepy play about her that had no dialogue at all. I wrote a very long poem about Topsy the elephant, who was executed in New York at Coney Island. I wrote about the children of some Nazi officers. So yeah, horribly sad things. I like to write poems and plays about things that make me feel deeply emotional about certain things, but other than that, I write mostly historical fiction novels. I write primarily about medieval Europe because that is the area that I study. If you don't know anything about me, I am in college right now. I'm going to be a senior coming up in August, and I am an English history double major with a minor in medieval studies and a concentration in creative writing. So all of those things kind of combine into what I like to write. Question number 4 is, what is something you will probably never write? I will probably never write a sci-fi. Not because I don't enjoy it, not because I don't appreciate how much work goes into it. I am just so fascinated by our world and the things that we have here and history and how history affects the present. I just can't imagine myself being called towards creating like new technology and things like that. I'm not technological in any way, but I'm so fascinated by sci-fis, by the people that can write them. I think it's amazing. I just don't think that personally I will ever feel called to write one, but then again, never say never. Who knows? Question number 5 is, what is my goal for starting an Authortube channel? My channel is very, very small. At the current moment that I'm filming this, I have 59 subscribers, and I love those 59 subscribers with all of my itty bitty heart. I love talking to them. My goal starting an Authortube channel was just to talk to people. I want people to comment and I want to comment back. I want to have a back and forth, and I actually just did with a subscriber in one of my other videos that I just recently posted, and it just made me so joyful and so happy to get to talk to people about writing and have them respond and get to talk back again, to have a dialogue with people, because where I'm at in my life and in my country, I guess, especially at my university, there's just not a lot of people who are writing long form things like novels. So I really started this channel as a way to get to know other people that are writing novels, to get to talk to them. So every person that joins my little community and wants to talk about books, wants to talk about novels, you have my heart. I am so excited to have you here. Question number 6 is, what made you want to start writing? And I am so inspired by things that I learn. I am one of those people that loves to learn. I love to be in school. I love to take classes. I love for people to just lecture at me, to just throw information at me and let me absorb it all. And that always brings me to writing. So anytime I start a project, it's because I feel a calling in my bones to write about a certain thing or to explore a certain thing, even if that thing is not necessarily historical, but something about me, something about my life, something that I have seen or experienced or don't understand. The best way for me to work through those things is through writing. So I don't remember what made me start writing. I can't remember starting to write. I just know that I always have, and I am called back to it again and again. Question number 7 is, what is my publishing path? I am currently just writing. I do not have anything published. I don't have an agent. I don't have anything like that. I would like to be traditionally published. I don't want to indie publish, mostly because I don't want that much control over my work. I would rather have a team of people working with me. I don't necessarily want to do it myself. Not that there's anything wrong with indie published stuff. I personally really enjoy indie published things, but for me, I think that the way I want to publish is traditionally publishing, but I haven't started on that path yet. I'm still just writing by myself in my bedroom. Question number 8 is, what content do you bring to the Authortube table? And I personally want to make a lot of vlogs and chatty videos. I want to talk to you guys about what I'm doing and struggles that I'm having. I want you guys to comment back what you guys are doing and struggles you're having, successes you're having. I would also like to make more hands-on videos, and I'm still brainstorming all the time ways to do this, ways to make it interactive between me and you guys, or me and other Authortubers, hopefully. Fingers crossed, if this channel grows and people want to work with me, to do interactive stories or to work once a month on a different theme or idea and then share what we came up with. I really want to make this community a community that interacts with each other on all different levels. So that's kind of what I'm bringing to the Authortube table. I want to just have a really open, interactive channel. I also want to talk a lot about harder things. I did say that I write some sad things and I gave you some examples. I also want to talk about grief and using writing as a coping mechanism. My grandfather recently passed away. It was why I took a long break from YouTube, and writing has really truly changed my life. With that, I'm different now that he has passed away, and the power that writing has to help you deal with things like that, it's really magical. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the hard things in life and writing through it. I want to talk about how to write hard things. I want to talk about how to reach other people through writing. So if any of that sounds great, please stick around. Please subscribe down below, because I really would love to have you here and to talk to you. Even if you're not a writer or a reader, if you just want to talk about ways to deal with hard things, that's sort of what I want to talk about here too. So I would love to hear from you down below. Number 9 is, what is my biggest writing struggle? And I struggle with my mind being bigger than my page. I always have so many ideas. I always have so many tangents in my writing that when I go back to edit, it doesn't make any sense. I've told 45 different stories in the span of one story when I should have been focusing on what is really important. I just have trouble doing that because I think that everything is valuable, and in a way it is, because anything that I write I'm learning from, but it doesn't all need to go in the story. So I would say that's probably my biggest struggle. Is I am a terrible overwriter. That's okay though, because I edit and I cut a lot of stuff out. Number 10 is, what is my biggest writing skill? And I would say that my biggest strength with writing is making people feel intense emotion. That's always my goal. If you can tell from some of the examples I've given, I want you to feel something. I want you to laugh. I want you to cry. I want you to feel that tug in your heart when you read something that connects with you or resonates with you. That's my goal for everything that I write, whether it's poetry, plays, my novels. I just want you to leave feeling something that stays with you. Like when you see a really good movie in the movie theater and the screen is huge and it's dark and you hear all of these sounds around you and you walk out and your body is shaking a little bit and your mind can't wrap itself around what you just saw, that's how I want to make you feel. Even if you just read one stanza of a poem that I wrote, that's how I want you to feel walking away from it. Number 12 is, what is my biggest Authortube question? And my biggest Authortube question goes along sort of with what I want to offer on this channel, and that is how to be more interactive with this community and with my subscribers. Rather than just telling you what I'm doing, I would really love to start something where I could see what you guys are doing. You guys could tell me more about what you're doing. I could incorporate that into my videos and into my channel. So any Authortubers that are watching this that know how to be more interactive, please let me know, because I would really, really love to make this channel a place of true conversation between everybody, not just me blabbing on about my writing struggles and mostly failures, some successes, to a camera. Question 13 is, am I looking for any new channels to watch, betas, CPs, or any other types of writing buddies? And to tell you who I'm looking for, and leave it in the comments if you have any suggestions. I would love any writing buddies. I would love a critique partner. I don't have one. Like I said, where I'm at right now in my life, there is nobody around me that's writing long form things. So if you are and you want to be my critique partner, I would love a critique partner. I would love to give somebody feedback on their work and receive feedback in return. That's what I do in a lot of my classes, but unfortunately my university doesn't seem to offer a lot of novel writing classes. It's more poetry or short stories. So I would love a CP. I'm always, always, always looking for new channels to follow, smaller YouTubers that I can support that are talking about books and writing, people who make a lot of writing vlogs, because those are my favorite things to watch. I love to see how people fit writing into their daily life, how they struggle with it, how they succeed at it. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for any of that, leave it in the comments down below. If you are looking for a critique partner as well, definitely leave it in the comments down below. I respond to every single one of my comments, so you will for sure hear from me. And question number 14 is, what am I most excited about for this fresh new start to the Authortube community? And I'm most excited for more honesty and a closer connection between the writers behind the camera and those in front of it. I really, really, really just want a community where people are honest about what they're doing, their struggles, their triumphs, how they get over things, what things they ignore, because we all ignore certain things in our writing, in our YouTube videos, in our life. We glaze over them. Those are the things I want to know. I want us to have open and honest communication and see where that takes us, just being a community of people trying to do something creative in a world that doesn't necessarily place a high value on creativity in the current moment. And then the last thing is to tag someone. I don't really know who to tag. Anybody who wants to do this. I would love for anybody who is watching this, any of my subscribers, to leave down below your answer to one of these questions, one or more of these questions. Or if you have a YouTube channel, then leave the link to you doing this video down below, because I would love to watch it. But answer one of these questions that you felt most called to down below. I would love to see your answers. And that is it for this tag. I will leave Jenna Streety's video down below if you want to watch her original tag for this. And if you like what you see from me, if you want to see more from me, then please subscribe and stick around, because I think that there are only great things to come from not just me, but all AuthorTubers. I think the community is just going to get better and stronger as time goes on. So that is it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!